Welcome back to Law Talk, where if you have legal questions, we have legal answers. We have been fortunate to have several candidates running for elected office, public service, in the election that's coming up June 3rd. We're back with Todd Miller, who's a CPA and the Controller Auditor candidate for Madera County. The challenger, not the incumbent. We talked a lot on the earlier segment about some issues, but we didn't talk so much about you. Maybe introduce yourself to us, like with your background, if you've ever been in public service.
Sure. I've been a certified public accountant for 37 years. I've resided in Madera County for the past 21 years. Moved here to raise my children, and they all graduated from Yosemite High School up in Oakhurst. I have been very active in my community, past Rotary president. I'm currently the president of the Oakhurst Chamber of Commerce. I've been chairman for the past 2 years, again this year, of the Oakhurst Fall Festival. I look at this job as a continuation of my public service.
You've been a busy man.
I don't particularly need a job, but I see a need, and I have the skills, I think, to fill that need and to make things better. So as I'm old enough, I've got enough experience.
And you're local. You're local here.
I'm
You've
local
been here. For a long time.
I can give. I can use that experience for my public service. Public service is an interesting thing in that it gives a lot more back to you than you give to it. Ultimately, it's really nice.
They don't pay you very much.
They don't pay you very much. I was instrumental in getting the Boys and Girls Club started in Oakhurst. That didn't pay a thing, but I'm proud to say those things make a difference to
I like to hear
my
those
local
things.
residents, and I'm just trying to spread that countywide.
I like to hear that. I like that. The one thing back to one of the issues is I saw this on the Fresno Bee voter guide, and I zeroed in, and I thought that it might be a question to ask on the air. How do you make your office more responsive to the public and make the information from your office more accessible?
Well, if you've ever dealt with a county office or a state office, the DMV, their response to you as a citizen sometimes isn't all that it should be. My belief is we should treat if you come into a government office, they should treat you like you're their customer. In my business and in your business, if a client comes in, he's your customer. You're going to treat him and be happy to see him and try to help him solve his problems. You as an attorney do that. As a CPA, that's what I do. We should treat every citizen, every voter out there as our customer.
Not just when there's an election coming up.
Not just when there's an election. When they walk in to your office, they have a problem. They didn't come in to shoot the breeze. They came in because they have a problem that they need solved.
Why would somebody come into the assessor and to the
There could be a myriad of reasons they
office?
come in. There could be a myriad of reasons. For example, our county has about 150 special districts, road districts, water districts. Every one of those is funded by your taxes. Not necessarily your taxes. Many of us pay a bill in addition to our taxes to make sure they keep up our roads. Just try to find out how much money is in your account and how they spend it.
It's not like on the internet somewhere I could Google Madera County Road District financial statement.
No, but it should be. That would be my solution, is that every one of those special districts that the citizens pay their hard-earned money into, they should know what it's being spent on, how much the county's getting to administer it. When that guy shows up and shovels a couple shovels of asphalt in a hole, what did the county charge you to do that? It might make a big difference in how you look at your county, and I think it'll make the county more attentive in the services that they provide.
Okay. Well, speaking of customer service, in between the break, somebody handed me a piece of paper that said that we had a question from one of our viewers. So I'm going to go ahead and read it. I think they inboxed it. I don't think it came on Twitter or Facebook or something. How can Madera County Supervisor appoint someone that doesn't live in Madera County?
Well, that was an issue 2.5 years ago when the current auditor controller was appointed. The previous auditor controller had quit. The supervisors needed to fill the position, and they appointed somebody. Unfortunately, they got some bad advice, and they appointed somebody who doesn't live in Madera County.
Did they not know that?
They knew that.
Oh.
They got bad advice. Later, a new county council informed them, and there was a lot of controversy on this, that they needed to bring in somebody who lived in the county. Ultimately, they gave the current auditor controller an ultimatum: move into the county in the next 90 days or resign. So the current auditor controller...
So she's still there, so I'm assuming she moved.
She rented a place, it's my understanding, in Chowchilla. Still has a home in Merced, pays her property taxes to Merced, has a CPA firm in Merced. And yeah, I've lived here for 21 years. I pay my taxes here. I have a vested interest in this county. And, I look at these people as my friends. They're my clients. They're my neighbors. I want to do this for them. I don't want to let them down.
Your constituents. Okay. And do you have endorsements? I know endorsements might be a double-edged sword with auditor controller because you're the auditor, but do you have any particular endorsements you were talking about, or the issue of endorsements in this position?
Endorsements, you're right, they're a two-edged sword. They can bring you votes, or they may lose you votes, depending on who's actually endorsing you. I've been careful in my endorsements. When you are in this position, when you are an accountant, you must avoid hindering in any way your independence. Not only your actual independence, but your appearance of independence. So I've been careful in not seeking endorsements from people who ultimately I have to interact with or could count on me for some favor.
The people that you don't want to get an endorsement from somebody that you're going to have to audit?
Maybe that I have to audit, or absolutely if I have to audit, or that I have to work with in an equal or superior position. So my opponent has been endorsed by two of the current sitting supervisors. I think that is a problem.
Aren't those the ones that appointed her in the first place?
Yes.
Of course they're going to give the endorsement. How many supervisors are there?
There are 5.
How come she only get? That would just not everybody will make an endorsement.
Yeah, some I think have taken the high road and not made an endorsement.
Okay.
Regards how they feel. But have you ever known a politician that if he didn't do you a favor, expected one sometime later?
I don't know. That's kind of how it works, I guess. Not just
that's
politicians.
That's why I think you have to be careful about who you ask to endorse you. Do I have individuals who've endorsed me? Yes. Do I have people that could call on me for some favor later, endorse me? No.
Are you going to be out this weekend? We got, 2-3 weeks left in the race. Do you have any events or
well, I'm going to be
any walks or neighborhoods that you're going to go visit? Or?
This Saturday, I'll be in the Chowchilla Fair.
Okay.
I have a 1911 Ford automobile that I'll be in with my wife.
Is that yours or somebody?
That's mine.
Oh,
that's mine. That's my addiction.
I wish we had a picture of that we could put up. Yeah.
And next week, it seems like every time you think there's a lull, there's another thing that comes up, and when you're not doing that, you need to be out walking precincts and introducing yourself to people. I have a newfound respect for people who run for office. I can tell you it is extremely time-consuming, it is extremely expensive, and every one of those candidates out there that you meet, that you walk up to, or they come to your door, or you see them in front of a supermarket, they've dug deep in their own pocket and have given tremendously of their time. I have a newfound respect for that sort of person.
Yeah, that takes a special kind of person. You got to. It's maybe for some of these races, you're not doing it for the money because people are taking a pay cut.
Sure, that's right.
I don't know what you do. You do it for the notoriety or the fame or the rush or the who knows.
Well, like I said, in my case, it's a continuation of my public service.
Okay, all right. I want to remind the viewers that even though is it too late to register for vote? Is it until the 19th that you can register?
I believe you can still register to vote
Monday?
now. and get in. You go, I believe, to any post office and register.
A post office, okay. And then you can also register. You can register for an absentee ballot or a vote by mail, or can you just go in there and vote at the election office?
Yeah, you can register to vote almost at the last minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
then,
get out and vote. I mean, this is a great democracy, and you have a great right. And with every great right goes great responsibility. It's your responsibility to be an informed voter. Go out, learn the facts, and pick your candidate.
And how many people are going to vote in this election? Like what percentage
How many are
of the
going to vote?
population?
I hope all of them.
I know. I heard it was like 18%.
You never know. It's an off-year non-presidential election, and it's a primary. For me, it's do or die. There's only two of us running. One of us will win.
Oh, so there's not going to be another one in November.
There will be none in November.
This is the one that matters.
This is the one that matters
If you wait
to me.
until November, this is not going to be on the ballot next time.
It will not be on the ballot. The Auditor Controller from Madera County will be selected on June 3rd.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me.
My name is Chris White. This is Law Talk, where if you have legal questions, we have legal answers. I do work injuries, automobile accidents, immigration, DUIs. Speaking of DUIs, next week we have Lisa Smitkamp coming on. She was going to be on this week, but she had a funeral to go to. If you have questions for the district attorney, it's turning into kind of a hot race. She's the challenger against Elizabeth Egan. If you have questions, just like the ones that we got today, you can put them into a Facebook post or a message or to the Twitter. We will be back next Friday from 3 to 4. See you then.